Panda. Pandas. Panda. Pandas. Pandas. More pandas. Why is China obsessed with pandas? This is the question I want to know the answer to, and that's what's going to be in this video today. Hi, I'm Wilco, and I'm here in Chengdu, in China. I'm going to be exploring why China is obsessed with pandas. I'm going to be visiting the Chengdu Panda Research Base here, and it's also the Giant Panda breeding site, so I'm really excited to learn how China has managed to do this, why China is so obsessed with pandas. So if you're interested, stick around, we're going to get into it. So we're on our way to the Chengdu Panda Base. I'm super excited, so let's see if we can see some pandas. So I've arrived, and there's loads of people trying to sell panda things at you as soon as you get out of the taxi. It's a bit chaotic. This is the direction to the panda. It looks like maybe cars don't go all the way up here. I think it's only buggies and mopeds by the look of it. The taxi was around 43 yen, so roughly about £4, which I think is worth it. It's a 20-minute drive, or if you want to get the bus, I think you've got to get 2 buses to get here, one underground and a bus. And even then it's quite a bit of a walk because it doesn't drop you where the taxi does. It's much further up the road, so it's probably like a 30-minute walk. I've only ever seen pandas once before. That was when I was in Malaysia, and there was a panda centre. I think it was at Kuala Lumpur. I think they had a zoo there where they had a panda research centre, and they had a baby panda. I remember my mind was blown. There are 237 giant pandas here. 237. The site overall is around 3 square kilometres. It's a massive site. So it's 2 minutes before it opens, and there's already a queue of probably about 400-500 people. It's a very popular place. Now they say the best time to come here is between 7:30 AM and 10 AM because that's when they feed the pandas. It's their breakfast time, so you're more likely to see them. It's best get in this queue. So we're almost at the front of the queue. It's moving really quickly actually. It's probably the same amount of people who were waiting there when we arrived, and they're like keeping it in blocks. So if you haven't got an ID card for China and you've got a passport, there's a separate queue you can go through here on the left hand side. So yeah, we've probably been queuing for like 15 minutes so far, so it's been going pretty quickly. Thank you. And that's it. We're in. I think you just searched your name. Yeah. Finds you on the system, I'm guessing that you bought a ticket. I mean, you can actually look like you can get audio guides here. But let me ask the information services first. Hello, do you offer a tour guide here in English? Ni hao.
So you are here? Yes.
You do? Ah. Okay. Excellent.
The price is about 680 yuan.
Ah. Okay.
A little expensive.
Okay. And then there's also audio guide. Is this English as well?
No, just Chinese.
Ah.
But just you or?
Just me.
If only you.
Okay, thank you. It might be that because there's only one English person here wanting a tour, unless I start to like wait at the foreign entry line and see if anyone else wants to jump in on a tour with me. Is that called hawking? 680 is how much? £73. It's like a whole day's budget. Okay, I will.
I will give you some advice, maybe.
Yeah.
You can have a look about. You can see there's a picture. Okay, maybe this place is your first place.
28.
Yeah.
This is very helpful, thank you. I would be lost on my own without this help. Amazing. So the audio guides are only available in Chinese, which is a real shame. But Lily was so helpful, and she's given me an itinerary that I can use. And she's also told me, which is what I kind of wanted to know, where to avoid here, because as you can see, it is busy. Probably just in the time I've been chatting to the information and the guides, about 1,000 people have walked past me. So it's so busy. So she was telling me there's a particular panda superstar in one of the places here that you might have to wait up to 2 hours to see it. So she said if you're not bothered about seeing that superstar panda, which I'm not. We're now heading into the Sunshine Delivery House for the Giant Pandas. What's here? Jingbing. Jingbing. Who's a stud. So we didn't spot any pandas there in the nursery. That's okay. Gosh, it was very busy though. Just like surrounded in a crowd of people and no one's moving and everyone's shouting in Chinese. Not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. Especially when you're like literally just dripping in sweat. Okay, next on the map is the Moon Giant Panda Nursery House. So this is where they look after the baby pandas. Let's see if we can see some baby pandas. No sign of pandas so far. The worrying thing is it's 25 degrees, which means that it's probably going to be too hot for them now. So we're probably not going to see any of them. So let's head to the indoor section where hopefully we're going to get to see some panda, because there should be some hiding, keeping cool inside. Oh, look! They're like 140 grams when they're first born. Oh wow, then 2 weeks later, the skin on the eye patches and ears, shoulders and legs begin to darken. And then 1.2 kilograms. Oh hi! Hello! Hello! As if! That's so random. Have you seen many pandas?
Huh?
How many pandas have you seen?
I don't know.
I've seen 3.
I see 3.
3, okay. Oh, okay. Let's see who wins by the end. Hopefully there's some pandas in here.
Yeah.
I hope. Wow. This gives like 120 kilograms. That's big. Heavy. Wow.
This house have people in 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Ah.
Too early.
An hour and a half too early. Unless you're like these people who are going to wait. So no pandas here till 10 o'clock. Okay. Number 2, Giant Panda Villa. I feel like maybe I've been to this one already, but I don't think I have. The map is finally working actually. I'm here. I've got all this stuff to get. Although I'm not too hopeful we're going to see any because it's getting so hot. Now I feel like they're going to all be hiding inside. But we'll keep going. It's going inside. It's got too hot. Wow. See, the scientists now, because it's too hot, so they're going to go inside. And the guy was just calling the panda to go inside. Oh my god, look, they've even got panda water. So let's go with this one. It's not cold, that's for sure. It's nice and warm. Okay, we're heading this way now. So I have actually found the way to navigate a little bit easier. So when you're looking at the map here, once you've given it permission to have your location, like it has now, if I know I want to go to this place here, the bottom right hand corner with the arrow, it basically gives me the directions. So now I'm following, hoping to see some more pandas. We're at 4 now. Wow, you can't really get the scale of this place. I mean, that's just generally what I'm finding in China, is that the scale of everything is huge. It's massive. Wow. This is bouncy. A little bit of calm around all these tourists, around all the crowds. You can hear everyone like chattering away in the background. So I think there'll be some pandas inside here. Oh, look at Zizi. Looks like they're cleaning up her area first. Oh, and they're putting some food out for her. Some bamboo. Let's see where they're putting the food. Because I imagine that's where we're going to see some panda action. And even there's a block of ice there. So there's the food there. There's the ice there. Setting it up for the pandas.
哇，真可爱！
哇，一下出来
出现了，出现了。
哦，你那件是10分钟。啊。Having a little bath.
我去，这好可爱，好可爱，好可爱。我去，它过来了，它过来了，过来了。
Oh, where's the food?
哎，忍不住来了。前面的人看完了，他不让上，里面有2缸呢。
He's like, I want some of that same one. They want to share.
我也没看到啊。他们2个抢独自吃，用被动偷吃，摊在那里。
Oh my lord, I mean, I can't even... They're amazing. Oh, they're so cute. I don't know if you can see, you won't be able to see probably through the glass, but he's climbing up now onto the frame. But the two of them were there. They were like sniffing out the area at first, having a little bit of a wee, and then they managed to find some of the bamboo. And it's so funny, there's so much bamboo sticks and leaves there, but they both went for the same one and they wanted to eat it together. So cute. There's a good trick. As soon as you could see that there was people inside putting food out, stay in the glass and do not move. And also don't run around left to right, just stay, because they can wander around, you know, they don't want to just sit still. They're going to move around. It's another one of those days where you completely lose track of what's going on because it's 9:30 a.m. and it feels like it should be lunchtime because I've been awake since like 5:30 a.m. So there's a panda canteen here where I might get some food. Oh! Wow. Hello. Or the red panda. Panda hats. Panda key rings. Panda water bottles. Panda lunch backpacks. Panda backpack where you can zip up his head. It's huge. Wow. How much is this? 3 no. How many nines? 1, 2, 3, 4 nines. 4,000 pounds for this guy. Panda in a basket. Panda phone cases. Panda in space Lego edition. Panda tea set. Panda coins. Panda stickers, I think. It just goes on and on. Panda everything. Get me out. I really do want a panda teddy. You have to try every single inch of my body not to buy some panda merch while I'm here. So I've got a barbecue sausage and caramel macchiato, a little dark milk chocolate drink. How much do we think this would cost if you were to go to a international park of animals? It's very hot. Oh my god, I can't even eat that. It's a bit spicy. I only realised when I was talking to my friend who's from China that the state or the province I'm currently in, she said, is well known for the most spiciest food in the world. So there's no wonder when I was in my other video, first impressions of Chengdu that I ordered really spicy food that was just full of chilies. So this is something now I know. It came to 48 yen, which is equivalent to about £5.20. So you could argue that's about the same price you'd be paying if you're in maybe Western places, but yeah, finding that China is so cheap. I mean, like, this is normally £3.54 in a normal Starbucks. Thank you. Are these like different flavors?
Yes.
Like chocolate, strawberry,
Yeah.
coconut.
It's milk. We give it for you.
Oh no!
没事没事。
Are you sure? Oh,
For you.
oh, it's
Very
easy.
welcome.
Nice
you
to meet
come.
you.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Zhao Zhichen.
Zhao Chen. Nice to
Yes.
meet you. I'm James.
James. Hello, James.
Hi. And what was your name?
Venus.
Venus. Ah, amazing name. I like Venus. And your name?
高大龙 say Chinese 高大龙
Goldalong.
Yeah.
Goldalong. Nice to meet you. I'm James.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Take photo. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so kind. They bought me this as a gift. Oh, thank you. Whew. I definitely need an ice cream. I am melting. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I don't want to eat it. Look at it. I was not expecting at all, when I just asked them where they got their ice cream from, that they were going to buy me it as a gift. People here in China are just so nice. Gets me emotional. I don't know why I get emotional when there's that kindness from people. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm on my own quite a lot, and so when you get a little like an act of kindness like this, you're reminded that you're not on your own. I feel a bit bad eating this whilst this is staring at me. I feel like it's saying, "You're eating me! You're eating me!" That's nice. Panda ice cream. Two of my favourite things mixed together. Sorry, Panda. It was just too delicious. So this is Lun. Male is guy. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So he might be about 5 years old. Huh. Oh, they're playing. That was so cool. Seeing them play like that together. Must be having so much fun.
他想要下班了。
It's cute. Giant pandas generally live in dense, cool and humid bamboo forests, enveloped in a mist at elevations between 1,500 and 3,500. Here the air is fresh and the temperatures rarely rise above 20 degrees. Wow, so they must find this quite hot then, considering it's like nearly 30 degrees here. The giant panda belongs to the order Carnivora and still retains the large canines of their carnivorous ancestors, even though bamboo is the primary food and they chew white broad molars. Giant pandas have a strong bite for force and they can break and crush hard bamboo. Which has the strongest biting force? Panda, a brown bear, or a polar bear? Huh. So a giant panda has got a stronger biting force than even a polar bear or a brown bear. Who knew? Although giant pandas weigh less than brown bears and polar bears, if you can control for weight, the bite force of the giant panda is actually much stronger than both of them. Did you know that they can make paper tissue from panda's poo? Yeah. Look, this is panda's poo, and then this is the tissue that can be made from the poo. But this is mental. Depending on whether the giant panda eats bamboo leaves, the bamboo stems, or the shoots, it will have a different colour. And when they eat leaves, their feces will appear green, dry, and well formed. When they eat bamboo stems, it will appear yellow, green, and pieces of the culm are visible. And when they eat bamboo shoots, it's yellow, wet, and breaks apart easily. Wow, quite a bit of a Bristol scale there for the polar bears. So the age and health of a giant panda can be estimated based on the size, shape, and colour of their feces, as well as the length of intact bamboo pieces by researchers. They can analyse their intestinal floral structure by researching the feces. In addition, for commercial use, panda feces can be recycled and processed as paper works of art of sale. What? As well as used as fertiliser for crops. So this in this box, I'm not going to touch it, is a giant panda feces with bamboo stem, and this is a giant panda feces with bamboo leaf. You can see that almost looks like it's some kind of like oh, that's disgusting. And then they can make tissue paper from this. Isn't that crazy? Pooh! Mind blown. It's like a paper factory in there. Oh, look at him! He's a little baby. When they are newborn, panda tails are relatively thin, long, and pink. Look at it! It looks like a rat's tail. 2 months old. About 2 months old, their tails are already covered in dense white fur. Yes, you can see there, they're kind of all got very furry. When it's 6 months old, about half of the year, the tails are smaller, but thicker compared to the size of their body. Yeah. And then as an adult panda, their tails are white and flat, and their tails are quite short compared to their big bodies. Huh. Nearly every 10 years, a national wild giant panda population survey is organised and conducted. These surveys take between 3 to 5 years to complete. As of 2021, 4 nationwide surveys have been conducted. Interesting. Like a panda census, if you will. Let's have a look. So, let's find the first. So the first survey was done in 1974 to 1977, and there was 2,459 giant pandas. The second survey was done in the 80s, mid-80s, and there was, wow, the number had halved. So the number of giant pandas had halved between the 70s and the 80s, just in one decade. But then in the 90s to the early 2000s, there was around 1,500. So it had gone from 1,000. So it had gone from 2,500 in the 70s, 1,100 in the 80s, 1,500 in the 90s, in the early noughties. And then the fourth survey was done in 2011 to 2013. There was 1,864. So that's getting better, but still nowhere near the 2,459. So still today, from the last survey that was done in 2013, there's 600 pandas less than there was in 1970s. That just shows you, doesn't it, the extent of like how important places like this are to make sure that we keep pandas growing. This is something I've always wanted to know. How do giant pandas communicate? So, researchers have decoded more than 10 cries of giant pandas by analysing their spectrum characteristic. Each conveys different meaning. With their keen sense of hearing, they can discern unfamiliar sounds as well as feed their newborns and find mates during breeding season by recognising vocalisation. Wow. Giant pandas usually live solitary and only gather together for special occasions. My kind of tribe. They generally communicate with one another in the following ways, including sound, visual, and olfactory communication. Is that like through breathing? Yeah, olfactory communication. Pandas have a much more acute sense of smell. Oh no, it's through smelling. Oh, sniffing. And they have often employed urine, perineal glands, secretions, or a mixture of both as scent markers, often marking on stumps, walls, and the ground, trees, and any place they can trek to mark their territory. This makes sense, right? Same thing as like cats and dogs do. But then what is the average lifespan of a captive giant panda, do we think? So if obviously one out in the wild only survives for about 18 to 20 years, I'm probably going to say outside, or I was going to say like being looked after captive is probably going to be even longer. Wow, 25 to 30 years. Although some do make it past. So by being in captivity, they are actually increasing their chances of living longer. It's not obviously a good thing to have them captive. So I think I must have seen about 10 or 11 pandas now. I've actually lost count. I wasn't expecting to be able to get so close to them and see them eating and see them playing and see the little baby ones that are only like, well, I suppose not babies, they're 5 years old. And in a panda's lifespan of 20 years, it's probably like middle age, nearly, or in like their 30s. So there is this bus that you can get, like these shuttle buses, take you around the site. I think it's around 20 or 30 yuan from what the guys I was in the queue with were telling me. But I'm walking today, I don't mind. It's now 10 to 11 and it is warm. Let's find out where we are on the map. Huh. So we're here. Yeah. So we've done this. We're just about to hit the blue part, which I think is mainly all, it's the theatre, the food places, and then up to the forest area up this way, and then you've got the Panda Creek Valley. Oh, okay. We're now heading to the Star Panda Nursery, and on the map it's saying that it's 3 red people, so it's very, very busy. Let's see how busy is. Oh wow, more pandas. Not real pandas though. It's very loud in here. So I doubt there's any pandas in that area because it's outside. It's going to be too hot, right? I'm guessing there's an indoor section. Oh no, there is a panda. I see people's phones with panda pictures. She's down there. But you can just see like the back of him. There's a lot of people all looking at that panda. And then there's another panda enclosure over here. Is there anybody here? Oh, look at these guys. Oh. Huh. Oh wow. This is like an air-conditioned panda viewing centre. Well, it does look like actually that they've got a roof on, so I'm guessing they climate control these environments. So the 2 that are cuddling over there on the bench, it says here, one of them is Xiao Mei, and her date of birth is unknown, because she's actually wild. She's a female, which is really interesting. I wonder if maybe they've managed to rescue her, bring her here. I feel like it would be warm for them in here because of that roof up here, but no. It's scratching itself. Look at this guy asleep. There's a basketball court net. Oh wow. Ah, I'm like the same height. I'm taller. Yes. So basically what you can see here is that pandas have been spread all over the world. You've got in France, in Russia, in Tokyo, USA, Copenhagen, Qatar, even in Berlin as well. So it's great because obviously they're getting spread all over the world, and then they're going to continue to reproduce, so hopefully the number of pandas can go back up to the number that it was back in the 1970s, at around 2,500, or even going higher would be the ideal. So I've taken a little pit stop to get some food because I'm starving. It's lunchtime now. I've only got one more section of the park to go. I have no idea if you're going to be able to hear me because I am literally sat right in front of this. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, I've ordered some dumplings. Look at these guys. Okay, so I'm going to try this drink here. It says it's burnt grass jelly, herbal grass jelly, non-GMO ground peanuts, some raisins, some milk, some tea, and some brown sugar. Ni hao. Can I have this, please? Thank you. Okay, I now have my drink. It's not all separate like in the picture outside, but let's give it a go and see what it's like. Grass jelly and tea. So it is grass jelly. Oh wow. So there's definitely tea in there. Yeah. And jelly. And then like berries, like I suppose that's the raisins. Wow. That's a mix of flavours. You've got sweetness with the berries. The tea is almost a little bit bitter, but then the milk is nice and creamy. And then the peanuts make it very nutty. It's a nice mix. It's strange the texture though, having like liquid with crispy peanuts with gooey jelly with then like chewy fruit. So like a lot of different textures all in one go. So I think the way out through the West Gate is that building all the way over there. So that's where I'm heading. That drink was really nice. I actually had a lovely conversation with a Chinese girl who had been in Wales for university and also Japan, and it just so interesting, like learning about like just lots of different things. So it was really touching actually. Like I had just a really nice conversation for like an hour, and it was amazing. And drinking that drink and eating all the jelly and the fruit, it was very tasty. It's now 1:30. Been here for like 6 hours. I think it's time to... There's a couple more panda places, maybe 6 panda enclosures to go and visit before I leave. So let's go and check them out. Now it might seem a bit crazy to be having an umbrella when it's cloudy like this, but I've been burnt twice here in China in less than 5 or 6 days, because I thought, well, if it's cloudy like this, surely you're not going to get sunburn. But I was wrong. It's so humid that I'm not taking any risks, because already my arms have been burnt, my face has been burnt, and I've got factor 50, but it still doesn't seem to be actually making much of a difference. So I was discussing why is China so panda obsessed with the girl I was just having that bubble tea with, and we were debating, like, I think it's something that's more commonly universal. In the UK, if something's rare, then people seem to want it more because they know that there's less of it. And there's a similar thing, like she was saying, in like Chinese culture, where there's like a phrase about like when there's less of something, it becomes more valuable, becomes more desired. So I think there's a part of that within the panda, especially the giant panda, because of how endangered they are and their numbers have reduced. but then also you've got the cuteness of the panda as well, because it's undeniable that it is very cute, very furry. And I think also there's an element of what China has done here. It's amazing. Being able to rehabilitate and grow a population that was so quickly in decline between the 70s and 80s, being cut in half from 2,500 to like just over 1,000 pandas left. And what China's done by putting these things in place, it's actually strategically given it a very good position to build relationships. I was reading online about how China has gifted, and actually I saw in one of the places I went to, you could see there that China has gifted pandas with all of its partners across the world when they're in a good relationship. So it's actually a very strategic thing to help the panda population more globally as well, and also the importance of making sure that we have spaces to look after these endangered species. I feel like there's lots of different facets to why China is obsessed with pandas, but I would also argue that it's not just China that's obsessed with pandas. Like, we are, all of us are. The actual base here in Chengdu, I found out a few pieces of information which I thought might be interesting, so I'm going to share them with you. China had about 548 captive pandas at the end of last year, and around 196 of them are in this park here. I think actually a little bit more now. So almost like 40% of the pandas that are in China are in this park here in Chengdu. So that's why it's worth coming to Chengdu 100%. And I was like interested in how many people are here, because it was quite busy when I was coming in to begin with, but I was reading on one of the websites like China Today, I think, that at one point there was a peak of 100,000 people in this park, and so they have now introduced a system where you have to buy tickets online, and they limit it to about 66,000 tickets a day. There's a certain amount allocation in the morning, a certain amount allocation in the evening or afternoon, and there can't be any more than 22,000 people in the park at any one time. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. I did just pop into one of the panda enclosures there, and they're all just sleeping because, like me, it's way too hot now. It's about 34 degrees, but it feels like about 36. So, just like the pandas, I'm going to head back to the hotel and have a little nap. But it's definitely worth checking out this place. And I hope, if you were curious about pandas, you know a little bit more now about them. And if you're ever going to come to China, then definitely come and visit here. It is worth it. As always, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. And if you like this video, then please hit that like button, because other people like you will see it. And why not subscribe? And you'll see all of the rest of my journey here in China and also around the world. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.